Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. Derby day awaits and it's coming very, very soon. And as you can see today, I'm wearing my newly acquired AC Milan shirt. And that is because that club represents one of the fiercest derbies in world football. Of course, AC Milan versus Inter Milan. And whilst Watford versus Luton isn't quite at that level, I do feel for me it is one of the more underrated derbies in English football and perhaps doesn't get the media attention it very much deserves, especially in the last couple of years. Before we hear my thoughts on the game, we're going to cross over to a Luton fan to get the lowdown from their point of view.
Watford fans have been asked on by Watford Way. I'm TheWatfordWay, a content creator for Luton Town. You've probably seen me all year moaning and been disappointed about the result and my vlogs going all over the place. So, yeah, here I am. I'm not confident about Watford away. Our away form says it all. We've only won one game all season away from home, which is Millwall earlier on in the season. In the last 6 games, we've drawn one away game and we've lost the rest of them. You guys hit a bit of a rut at home, haven't you? Where last 6 games, you've only won one game and you've lost the other 5. So there's a little bit of confidence for Luton. Before Sheffield United, I would have said, yeah, we've got no chance. Whereas Sheffield United, we changed it up a bit. We went 3 at the back and we actually looked really good. We looked really confident. We got the ball. We were football inside. You want to watch out for Alfie Doughty on the left-hand side and Asgard. We got Asgard in the January window from Wigan. He looks really good on the ball. And if he cuts in on his right-hand side, he'll try and, hit the ball top corner and swerve it across the keeper. So definitely 2 people you need to look out for. Obviously, Luton versus Watford, a big rivalry that we have. I hope, if anything, like we did at home, we turn up for the only game of the season that's actually important and we'll come away. But 2 years ago when we got promoted, we didn't turn up at your place and we lost 4-0. So really hoping we don't have that embarrassment again. I know there was a lot of Watford fans that were really hoping Rob Edwards would stay on. And I think when we first got him, a lot of Watford fans were also saying that he played the same way, he's quite stubborn in the way he was playing. And I think by the end of it, when his tenure come to an end with Luton, we were kind of saying the very same things as well. When Rob Edwards started, he had a really good dressing room and he kept getting the players ready and he was keeping the same tactics that we sort of had. And he just kept pushing and pushing. And I think we sort of come to an end with Nathan Jones, where he was just sort of playing that long ball. Rob Edwards gave us a little bit more added extra and he got us into the Premier League from it. And we played a certain way. I think it wasn't until sort of Brighton at home when we won 4-0 that he changed the formation slightly and he just stuck with it, and that was the way that we stayed all the way through. We were playing 3 at the back regardless of the injuries that we had, regardless of the result. We were 2-0 down at Sheffield United and he wasn't changing it up, and then eventually he did about the 70th minute. And there was lots of things that we're getting frustrated with, that we're constantly playing that same formation, never changing into a 4. Luton, as we all know, back in the days, we were a feisty team that people didn't like to play against. We were really attacking. We would try and score lots of goals, come down the left, come down the right, and whip the ball in. And, that was how we got our goals and looked really feisty. However, we lost a lot of that. Going into the Premier League, I'm sure you guys may also agree, being in the Premier League, sort of your feistiness gets out of you and it's quite a tame. One of the big things that Luton had was an email that come to us every game after we had a in from the Brighton game where fans were singing a certain chant against someone, etc. We got a fine for it, and every game we got an email from them from the club being no Billy Big Balls and all this lot. And almost by the end of it, our balls were ripped out of us because of just the way that the Premier League was trying to be, and you had to go to so many regulations and stuff. And coming back into the Championship, we lost all that fight, and we're really struggling to try and get that fight back. I think we saw that in Sheffield United, so hopefully that's our turning point now, that we can actually get that fight back and moving into the rest of the season. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of downside that we've had recently. But I'm going to go with a feisty 2-2. I come in peace, so if anyone wants to get onto the vlog and get their prediction, I'd love to meet people. At the end of the day, it's a football game, so we're all there to enjoy it regardless of the result. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you at the game.
It was great to hear from Deggy UK there, and make sure you go over to his channel to check out his content ahead of Derby Day, and he went for a 2-2 score prediction. We'll come to my prediction at the end of the video, and before we dive into team news, you're actually going to hear from a few other Watford fans now to get their thoughts ahead of Derby Day.
Hey guys, it's Ned from the Yellow Square podcast, and James has asked me for my prediction of the Watford Luton game, and I'm going to say 2-0 to the Horns, up the Tom Cleverley.
Greetings, James, and all you Hornets fans. Well, coming off a great win against Middlesbrough, and with Vicarage Road behind them, I'm predicting a win by the Golden Boys against that lot up the road. But as we know, no EFL Championship game is easy, and so the boys are going to have to show grit and determination. I'm predicting a 2-1 outcome in favour of the Hornets. Come on, you Horns.
Hi guys, I'm Brennan from the Dutch Hornets, or Watford FC, the Netherlands. Back on the Watford way for my score prediction in the M1 derby against Luton Town at home at Vicarage Road. It's an early kickoff, never easy early kickoff, but we can make it. They are not in a good run of form. They are bottom of the league at the moment. And we've done quite well. Wins against Middlesbrough, good header from Sissoko. My score prediction for this game will be 3-1. See you at Vicarage Road.
Hello, Roberto here, and this is my score prediction for the big game on Sunday, the M1 derby. It's them lot, them scum, up against the Hornets, and our home form this season has been really good. Luton have been shocking. If we can't win this game, then I'll be very, very worried about our future matches this season, but I expect us to win. I'll go Watford 3, Luton Town 0. Come on, you Horns.
Hi, it's Rio. My score prediction for Sunday is 2-0 Watford. The home team has always won the derby as of recent, since COVID anyway, when we started playing them again. Hopefully that stays the same for Sunday's match. Don't think they've won at our place for 30 years, and don't think we've won at theirs for 20-something. So if we win, there'll be 2 wins in a row, and it'll be massive to build on if we want something to play for come May. Come on, you Horns.
Hi guys, it's Katie from Voice of the Vic. James has asked me for my score prediction for the Watford-Luton game this weekend. I am feeling quite confident. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Watford win. I feel like they owe it to us, and after last weekend, I'm feeling much more confident. Come on, you on!
A massive shout out to everyone who sent in a clip to be included in our match preview today. It's much appreciated, and it's great to hear you guys going with some positive predictions. It's what we love to see here on the Watford Way. Team news from a Watford perspective, I'm unsure about currently, as Tom Cleverley hasn't yet held his pre-match press conference. But what we do know is that Daniel Batman, Pierre Duomo and Kwadwo Bar will continue to be available as our longer-term absentees. The goal scorer in our recent victory over Middlesbrough, Moussa Sissoko, was brought off at half-time due to a hamstring injury, according to Andrew French from the Watford Observer. We're yet to find out the severity of that, so if you're a Watford fan and a Luton fan, keep an eye out for news on Moussa Sissoko, as he may be absent from this game. Our top goal scorer this season, Vacuum Bio, with 10 championship strikes, is back available after his 3-match suspension for violent conduct against Norwich City. That's a big conundrum for Tom Cleverley to decide. Does he stick with our young 18-year-old striker Mamadou Doumbia, or does our senior striker Vacuum Bio come straight back into the team? Let me know your thoughts on that situation in the comment section down below. I'm also interested to see whether Tom Cleverley sticks with his 4 at the back formation that we saw in the recent game against Borough, or if he'll revert to the 5 that Deggy mentioned there in his preview to kind of match the Luton system that they've played in the last couple of games. For me, if I was Tom Cleverley, I would stick with the back 4. I think in the last few weeks, whilst we haven't won loads of matches, we got the draw away at Sunderland, we got the win against Borough, I think the back 4 has seen us play our better football. So for me, I would stick with that back 4, play our quicker players, because we saw against Borough, we had the likes of Ryan Andrews, Yasser Larouchi, Kevin Caben, James Abankwa, all in that back 4 system, and it was probably the quickest Watford defence I've seen for some time. So for me, I would stick with the back four system, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Tom Cleverley maybe revert to the 5 just for this game to kind of match Luton and try and beat them that way. But we'll have to see what Tom Cleverley chooses to do. Another big team selection issue for Tom is, of course, the exclusion or inclusion of Matty Pollock, who is up there for being the Watford player of the season. The central defender has been absolutely fantastic for us. Of course, future captain material. We've all sat here and said that next season he should be appointed Watford captain, but because the centre-backs against Borough put in such a good performance in Kevin Caben and James Abankwah, the debate really is whether Matty Pollock comes in or stays out of the side. For me, I think Pollock should come straight back in over Kevin Caben, just because he maybe gets this derby a little bit more than Kevin Caben, who is new to the club. My score prediction is, of course, a positive one, and I'm going to go with a 2-0 Watford victory on Derby Day. Georgie Shafatatse and Tom Deli-Bashiru with the goals. So hopefully that will mean on Sunday afternoon at around 2 p.m, we'll all be walking home very, very happy indeed from Vicarage Road. And I checked the weather forecast earlier actually, and it's looking pretty stormy and pretty windy actually on Sunday afternoon, which will add to the atmosphere even more on Derby Day. Thank you so much for watching this preview. I thought I would try something different today and get a few more people involved because it is such a big match for both sides. So if you did enjoy, please do leave a like in the video and let me know your score prediction in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to The Watford Way, and you can find us across all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube and over on TikTok as well. Just simply search The Watford Way and you will find us very easily. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.